Hi there. I'm Victoria. Thank you, Robin. And that sounded really worky, that introduction. Just quickly, I want to say thanks to my colleagues who've popped up from downstairs, from the BBC homepage, to come and see me. I'm really pleased. And hello, everybody. So my talk is called Confessions of a Digital Witch. I'm not a witch, and arguably, I'm not even that digital, which is sort of what my talk is about. But 2 weeks ago, I launched a blog called Digital Witch North. I'm a former mummy blogger and local blogger, but I haven't done any blogging for a couple of years, and I've really missed it in my time that I've come up to Manchester. But I was focusing on rebuilding my career after working part-time for nearly 10 years while I was raising my young children. But just recently, I thought I really wanted to get back into blogging. And what do I know? So I don't know local very well. I haven't been in Manchester long, which is what I used to blog about. My kids aren't that young anymore. They're 9 and 11, so I can't really do the mummy blog thing when you're immersed in it. But what I do know is digital media. I've worked in it for 15 years. And I also know about being a woman who is trying to restart and rebuild her career, and a woman working in media. And also, as I said, I know about parenting and being a homemaker. So even though it's not obvious from the title, my blog is trying to combine all those three things. And it says digital media, Manchester, and motherhood rolled up in one handy blog. So we'll see how I go with that one, getting things that fit into that sort of theme. And I just wanted to then show you, I went to an event on Monday night here at Salford University about the future of television and the role of apps and on-demand in television. So that's a friend of mine in the front corner, Duncan, and they were all lovely blokes who were there, but I asked for a show of hands, and I think you can see the women in the right corner. There are about 5 of them, and me made 6. So that's, as we've been saying this evening, a pretty typical showing of women at a really full-on kind of technical event, even though actually it wasn't that techy. It was just about how TV schedules will change in the future with new technology. So that's one aspect of digital media, that there are not very many women in it. But the other sort of flip side of my blog is that the feminine world actually isn't very technological or digital. So if you look for a magazine or you want to read articles as a woman about apps that you might find handy or, you know, new technical things, I'm finding that I kind of know a bit more than the writers I'm reading in newspapers. So like India Knight, well known for tweeting, but I don't actually get the impression that she's giving me new information. So Wired, while it's lovely about gadgets, it's a bit male. So I'm feeling that there needs to be more tech in the women's world and also more women in the tech world. So on that fact, I'd put together some numbers because I am from the BBC. So you can see the underrepresentation of women in the technology world. 17% of tech jobs are women. In America, 1 in 5 computer science graduates are women. But the opportunity is shown in that last fact. So there are 54,000 engineering posts and only 12,000 engineering graduates. Now that's male and female. So as we've been saying tonight, the future is digital, the future is technology, and there are huge opportunities there. And we must be ready to take them, and our daughters must be ready to take them. And again, I don't need to say it. Kira already said it, and I think Amy after me will say it. Women are very collaborative, they're creative, that's part of this world. We work with lots of different teams to put together products. Women should be able to feel that they can build better products. And I did this talk for my daughter last night, and I said, for example, if Christmas were a product, who would you want building that product for you? Would you want someone who leaves it till the last minute? Or would you want somebody who has the whole thing completely wrapped up and sorted and all the bells and whistles? And that's playing to stereotypes. But women do have fantastic organizational skills and negotiating and influencing skills. We should also be confident that we can lead. And if you think of who takes the lead, again, in family life and decisions about children, we are very strong leaders in that sphere, so we need to step out into the work sphere and feel that we can lead. And finally, for me, we're raising the next generation. The future is really digital and it's technological. Our kids are there, they're taking us with them, but we also need to keep up with them and understand what they're doing in the digital space. So then I had to think, well, okay, how digital am I? Well, I was part of the team that launched Sky Digital Text and interactive channel on Sky Active. I've worked on the launch of 2 BBC homepages, 3 if you count the mobile homepage, and most recently I've worked with the team in Dockhouse who launched Connected Red Button. So I'm fundamentally a writer and editor, but I think, well, I sort of do know this space, so I'm going to move into it with my blog. And while I was doing all that, I also launched these 2 projects who I still manage. They're live and active and iterating all the time. So, and that also is a key. So I don't have any sons. I've got 2 daughters. And something I read recently said that one woman was saying that her daughter felt pushed or chose to be pushed aside by her son because the son was good at gaming and computers, so the girl stepped aside. I haven't got that. I've got 2 girls, and they both love Minecraft, Sims, gaming, YouTube. They barely watch TV. They watch all their things on the tablet and on catch-up. But they feel that they're pretty good at tech. And my older daughter with the curly hair, she's quite creative. She's a good writer and she knits and sews, but she also is very good at computers. And she scored top in her assessment with a few other girls in her school recently, and she feels she can make things, and she now wants to be a game designer. So I think there's no differentiation, if you're creative, between the tech world and formerly the artistic world. And it's good, while I can't do that much in coding and programming, in some ways they do see me as a digital role model, and they feel pretty confident there. And so that's why I did up this last bit about role models. Now, Ada Lovelace is really being championed by women as a female role model. And the only thing is, she was born nearly 200 years ago. So we need more. We've got Sheryl Sandberg, who recently wrote Lean In. But Biz Stone, he just sold, Twitter just went public, estimated at £11 billion. And Steve Jobs, well, we all know about Steve Jobs. So my daughter, when she looked at that, she said, I want to be the next him, when I did this speech for her. But we just need women to be able to take all those 4 places, to be selling their startups, and just to be really well-known, recognisable faces. I'm sure there will be in the next generation. Thank you very much.